What's up, everyone? This is Nate, and I am back with another Out of the Theater review. This week, I went to see a little movie called Exorcist Believer. This is the latest in the Exorcist franchise. I'm going to tell you about it. Now, I'm going to give you my spoiler-free thoughts, of course, as always. But before I do, if you would, please consider subscribing to the channel. Hit that subscribe button down below. Hit the bell icon and give me a thumbs up if you're looking forward to this movie. If this is one you're wanting to see, give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. If you already saw it, give me your 2 cents on it. All right, let me just preface with this. I am not a fan of exorcism films as a subgenre. Obviously, the original Exorcist is a classic. There have been movies that have featured some possession scenes that I've liked. The Conjuring comes to mind. But for the most part, this is not a subgenre I like because it all just feels like they do the same exact thing and they try to copy The Exorcist, and it never really works. It never really works. And so I was going into this one already kind of like, not my favorite genre. David Gordon Green, I enjoyed Halloween 2018. I enjoyed Kills mostly. I hated Ends, but really my favorite David Gordon Green stuff is like Pineapple Express. Like, I'd rather go back to comedy at this point, to be honest with you. So when he was announced as the director and they said it was going to be a trilogy, I was not hyped. I'm telling you all this to let you know, this is not a movie I was going into expecting to like. I was going to give it a shot, just like anything else. I didn't go in hating it, but I just did not think I would like it. So if anything, the movie had a really big chance to surprise me. So as far as that goes, it did not surprise me. This movie's not that good. It's really not that good. The theater I was in did not have very strong reactions to anything. 4 people walked out during the movie. It's very slow. It's very boring, honestly. Anytime the possessed girls are not on screen, this movie's pretty boring, really. It's almost 2 hours, and there's a lot of talking. You know, it's really more so focused on the dad character of the black girl. It's more focused on him and his sort of struggle with belief and things like that. And I mean, that's fine. That's fine. But it just really, this doesn't hold a candle to the original Exorcist in any way, shape, or form. The problem is that movie was directed by William Friedkin, of course, and it was directed by a director who had a vision and really a distinct style that was on display. And David Gordon Green's style does not fit this type of movie. It really doesn't. There's a certain element of, fantastical, or not fantasy, but like a fantastical element, right? It's got to be a little bit over the top. You're telling this kind of demonic possession story. And he just doesn't have that. He really doesn't have it. His style is fine for Halloween, to be honest. A slasher movie about a guy who kills people. Fine. This looks like that movie, except it has the possessed girls in it. As far as them, they go, I mean, their acting was really good. I thought the acting all around was good. I will say that. I think the performances were pretty good. It was cool to see Ellen Burstyn back, but they treat her absolutely horribly. Absolutely. I almost was like, if that's what you're going to bring her back for, don't bring her back. Just leave her out of it and let her be, they have this, basically she's an author. They have the book she wrote. Just use that. Just say, we have this book. That's how you could tie it. This woman, and she had a daughter and it was possessed and blah, blah, blah. But no, they decided to bring her back for this cameo. And she was fine in it, but a waste, really a waste in my opinion. So as far as positive goes, the acting is pretty good. Other than that, did not enjoy it. Was not scary. I will say, if someone being possessed is scary to you, just them being possessed, then maybe it will be scary to you. But in any other way, shape, or form, like if you're more scared of tension, suspense, anything like that, it ain't happening here. And even then, like the original Exorcist movie, the ideas in it are pretty scary. This innocent child who this happens to, and without me spoiling it, even that element is sort of thrown out the window in this movie, which I hated. I don't want to do spoilers, so I don't want to tell you what happens, but I will just say that specific element is not here. And there's just a lot of characters. They try to tie like all these religions into it and all this different stuff. And it really didn't work for me. Again, I didn't like it. I didn't find it scary. To me, a horror movie, at minimum, I don't get scared of everything anymore because I do watch a lot of horror, but try, like a couple of jump scares is not going to do it. Not for me. I did go see this with a friend of mine who's a big scaredy cat, and even they weren't scared for most of it. Just kind of sat there. So, it's just not that good. And there's a couple of scenes that are really cheesy, and a couple of moments I literally looked over and was like, this is the kind of stuff that can make what could be a scary movie unscary. And it's too big and bombastic, and you're just watching things happen, and it just loses its luster. So I really did not like this movie. I don't think it's good. I did not enjoy it. I didn't have fun while watching it. I was glad when it was over. I'm going to give it a 2 out of 10. That's very low. I know that. But the fact of the matter is, just watch the original and just watch that if you needed this kind of movie, because this one pales in comparison in every way, shape, and form. It's not even a good sequel or continuation in any sort of way of that storyline, and it's not scary. So at the end of the day, it's an easy skip for me. I did not have a good time with this movie. 2 out of 10, and that's just for the acting. The acting was good. Everything else about it, I didn't like. So anyway, of course, please let me know down below. I'm sure some people are going to disagree. Maybe you guys liked it. That's great, and I'm glad if you did. Let me know down below why. And until next time, I'll be back with another Out of the Theater review next week. I'm not seeing that Taylor Swift movie, so it'll just have to be a surprise. So we'll see what I review. Until then, take it easy.